Hi, my name is John, and in this video I will tell you how to set up Wazzup to start corresponding with clients. From the video you will learn what you need for work, how to connect your messenger and social networks, how to configure the service for your tasks and business processes, and how to make sure that everything works. Let's analyze the example of WhatsApp. What you need. To connect, you will need a phone with the application WhatsApp. It is from this number your managers will correspond with clients. Let's move on to adding a channel. To do this, you need to go into the channels, add a WhatsApp web channel, and you will have the opportunity to scan the QR code. To do this, you need to go into the WhatsApp mobile app, in Settings, Device Tethering, Link Devices, and you'll get the option to scan the QR code from your phone. Literally in a couple of seconds, in the personal cabinet will appear information that the channel is added, and we can move on to the next step, adding the service to the CRM, that is to add the integration. Go to the integration. You don't need to be an IT expert to do the integration, it's done easily and simply, and now I will show you how on the example of Bitrix24. Let's select Bitrix24. Importantly, in CRM we have to enter under a user who is an administrator, and if you already have the Wazzup app installed in Bitrix24, you need to skip the first step. If you haven't installed it yet, we click on the link to the Bitrix24 marketplace and we have the application to install. We click Install, and again, Install. Tap the checkboxes, Install, and go back to the personal cabinet. Once again, select Bitrix24 and go to Step 2. Now you need to copy the link to your Bitrix24 account, copy and paste. Click Continue. Connect. And we go back to our personal account to the settings page. Here we can configure how the service will work in your CRM. Move on to selecting the role of an employee. You need to click the Select button, and we see here all the employees from Bitrix24. Now we need to select those people who will correspond with customers and their role in the company. Usually in the sales department are managers to work with new customers and accounts that work with existing customers, and the choice of roles is necessary for managers to see the chats only with their clients, not distracted by other people's correspondence. In my case, Jack McLean is a quality control employee, Lewis and Mickle, sales managers. They process incoming requests and receive new clients, and Rachel, account manager. This account manager, who has received them, Lewis and Mickle, I in turn the manager. I give Lewis, Mickle and Rachel the role of managers. Now they will be able to see their correspondence with customers, that is, now they will only see messages from their customers, that is, from those for which they are assigned in CRM, and write only to their customers and will not see the correspondence of other managers. Managers are automatically enabled in the Gets New Customers setting. Lewis and Mickle are sales managers, that is, if a customer writes to me who is not in the CRM, this request should be processed by Lewis and Mickle and I leave the slider on. Rachel is an account, she works only with current clients and should not receive and process new requests, so I turn off the slider. I set myself the role of manager, that is, I can see all correspondence and write to any client if necessary. I do not need to receive new clients, so I leave the slider off. If you have a quality control, which reads the correspondence of managers and evaluates their work, in my case I have an employee, Jack McLean, he is assigned the role of an employee of the quality department. He will see the correspondence of all managers, but will not be able to write to any client. This is done on purpose so that the employee does not accidentally send messages to any of the clients. He does not need to receive new clients, so the slider also remains disabled, and we press the Apply button. With these settings, when a new client, who is not yet in the CRM, writes, only Lewis and Mickle receive new requests, while Rachel does not receive new requests and works only with current clients sent to her by Lewis and Mickle, and each manager sees chats only with his clients and is not distracted by others' correspondence. Jack is an employee of the quality control department, he does not receive new requests, he sees all the chats and cannot write to anyone. And I am a manager, I don't receive new requests, I see all chats and can write to any client if necessary. We press Ready and move on to the next point. In the previous point, we choose who will receive new customers, in our case Lewis and Mickle, left to configure where the CRM should get the new customers, that is, when the client writes, which has not yet been in the CRM, the service will automatically create a contact and deal. Here we can choose where to create a deal, in which funnel and at which stage. Here we have leads and all the funnels from Bitrix24. And it's important to me, when a new client who wasn't yet in the CRM writes, that the deal is created in the retail clients funnel in the new stage. Now, when a customer who has not been in the CRM writes, the deal will be created in the selected funnel at the selected stage. Moving on to the next point, we are left to choose on what principle the new customers will be distributed among the managers to whom we have configured that they can receive new customers. In our case, between Louis and Mikkel, there are two settings options. In the first one, when a new client writes, all managers get notifications. That is, both Louis and Mikkel receive messages from new clients and, for example, if Mikkel responds to a client earlier than Louis, the service makes her responsible for this client in the CRM and Louis will stop seeing messages from this client and get distracted by them. This setting motivates managers to respond as quickly as possible, as they understand that the faster you are, the more clients you have, and therefore more sales and more salary. In the second setting, when a new client has written, the service will automatically make one of the managers in turn responsible for this client, and the second will not see the message from this client. For example, wrote a new client, the service made responsible for him in the CRM Mikkel and only she will see messages from this client. The next new client, the service made Louis responsible for him and now only Louis will see the messages from the client. Louis and Mikkel will receive clients one by one and won't be distracted by other people's correspondence. In my case, I choose the second option and click Save. Settings are saved, nothing more needs to be done and it remains to check that everything works. To do this, go back to Bitrix24, refresh the page, Wazzup widget will appear on the left, click on it and open chats. Here are loaded the last 3 chats with the number we connected. In order to make sure that everything works, I write a test message. The statuses of messages here as in WhatsApp. 1 tick, message sent, 2, delivered, 2 colored, red. I see that the message is sent and now it remains to make sure that they also come. Making sure everything is working. From the moment you added a channel in your personal cabinet, you have 3 days to test the service in battle in practice. Have a nice day.